Hi, this is Luna, my Bell's Phase lace monitor. She's only in this small setup because it's too cold in the garage and it's too cold outside, and I'm trying to get her to eat throughout the whole year, so she's in here so it stays nice and warm. I've got three. I'll go through that in a minute. I'm thinking she's a girl purely because another male of the same clutch is a lot larger. She's not growing as fast as what I'd hope she'd grow, but she's still growing nonetheless. Eating like a champ now. She wasn't eating when she was in the garage or when she was outside, so I have to take extra measures, get a new tank and get her inside. Now the reason why she's called a Bell's Phase lace monitor is because of that coloration on her. She actually looks like a dairy cow, whereas the normal lace monitors are completely different looking in regards to pattern. I'll go through a setup with you guys. It's just a 2 foot by 2 foot Reptile 1 tank. I know it's only small, but it's purely just to get her eating and keep her warm just through the winter. Otherwise she'd be hiding in her burrow the entire time. Substrate is eucalyptus mulch, highly recommend. It's nice for her to dig as well. It's a very deep substrate as well in regards to the level, so she can dig, she can burrow. I'll have to constantly level it out because she likes to dig under the water dish and cause it to go everywhere. Got a Exoterra rock hide. I've had that since I actually first started owning reptiles, when I got my first bearded dragon back when I was 12 years old. Got another reptile hide over there that's actually in the ground, so it feels like she's in a burrow. That's actually got a heat mat underneath it. I've got 3 different readings up here, 3 different thermostats. So that one that says 24.5 and 38% humidity is just there. I've got another thermostat that's actually in the hide that says 22 degrees, but the heat mat only comes on at night. That sits around 24, 25 degrees at night. Then I've got this one that's right there. The hammock's been moved by her. I'm going to have to fix that up. But it's sitting at 33.8 degrees over there. But usually it sits at probably 37 to 42 when it's a bit higher up. She's just knocked it again, so I'm going to have to fix them up. Because usually the hammock's actually a bit higher up, like it's raised a bit more. So hotspot, I try to keep around 40 degrees. But yeah, that's basic setup. So this girl will get, if it's a girl, hopefully around meter, 1.3, 1.4 meters max. If it's a boy, I'm going to aim for that 2 meter mark. So she currently eats just cut up fuzzy rats at the moment. I select rats because it's a fattier food source for her, trying to get that beef on for her. She's already eaten one. I filmed it before, so you guys will see that later on in the video when I'm feeding the animals. In regards to lighting, I've got a 2 foot, I think it's those T5s. I think that's what they're called. Reptile one. That's one of the highest UVB outputs you can get on the market at the moment, besides those LED ones. I've got 2 50-watt globes at the back here, halogen. I was originally using Reptile one, but one blew, and since the pet shop I was going to go to originally wasn't open, I swapped to Exoterra 50 watts. So we're seeing how they go at the moment, but if one of those goes, I'll go back to Reptile one. But yeah, if you guys have any questions on her, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm planning on making a video on looking after her. Again, it is a new type of reptile that I'm carrying, so I'm trying to learn as much as I can before I actually start posting about them. I've only had her for a couple of months, but it's definitely a very different experience from keeping other reptiles. I'll tell you that. It's a very full-on job in regards to handling, feeding, caring, because she's very active. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions on her, let me know in the comment section down below. And moving on to the next animal. Would you like a tail now? The other end of the stick. Whee! That was fast. Jesus. Hungry boy. Might have to zoom out for the next one. So that's one fuzzy rat. I'm using rats because it's a fattier food source, because I'm trying to bulk this one up. Wait till he gets that down his gob. You want that? You don't want it now? Okay. And now that he's eaten, he's coiled up his tail, he's going to give a tail whip. Give a tail whip. Come on. No, he doesn't want to. What a beautiful animal. And the other tank that's also in my room is the baby water dragon enclosure because it's too cold outside. So I'll go through the setup first. It's just a portable tub. I've just put mesh over the top so I could get him outside. Well, originally there was two, but sadly one passed away, so I've only got one baby now. And yeah, I'll go through the setup now. 100 watt heat bulb. The reason why I got 100 watt instead of 50 is because the branch is a lot lower. And UVB bulb there. I'll turn these off and I'll show you the enclosure. Put these down here. And welcome to paradise. There's the baby water dragon there. I haven't got a name for him yet. He's only little still. He wasn't growing much outside, so I brought him inside when I thought it was a bit too cold because all they did was go under that water dish and sleep the entire time. This is his little setup. It's got a couple hides, got a rock hide. He hides under the water dish, but yeah, that's really it. A couple rocks, wood chips. I'm trying to get him bigger so I can put him in an actual enclosure because the reason why he's not in any other enclosure is because he'll fit through the mesh gaps of the cubes. Yeah, that's the little guy. As you can see, he's only tiny compared to his dad out the back. If you guys want any more videos or questions on him, let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, moving on to the next animal. Alrighty, in this enclosure houses my two pink tongue skinks. The enclosure is just a, I don't even know what size it is, just a small reptile zoo. They will be upgraded soon once the goanna goes outside. That will be their enclosure, what the goanna's in. I had that ready until the goanna, I noticed, wasn't eating, wasn't coming out, so I had to swap him real quick. It's just got an exoterra foam rock wall at the back. It's got a couple branches and that they can climb on. Again, they are due for an upgrade, I know. I will be fixing it once the goanna goes outside when the summer hits. Coconut hide, and underneath there's Crash. He's the bigger one of the pair. You can see he's getting nice and big. If I can get him out. They're very active, like lightning bolts. Yeah, you're hiding Squish, that's hiding under there. Squish is the more social one. Squish comes out when there's food. Actually no, that's Squish there. They're actually getting similar sizes as each other. That's Squish there. So he's the smaller one, whereas Crash over there is a bit larger. So they're starting to grow now, which is good. I've noticed with these guys, I don't know if it was just my two in particular, they have taken ages to grow, even though I've given them as much food as they want, as much water as they want, anything. It's just not growing. I'm thinking maybe it's to do with the tank. I'm honestly not sure. But once I get them in that bigger tank, we'll know for sure. Yeah, these guys are currently on dog food, insects, and some fruit and veg whenever they get the treat. They do love their dog food, but every time I put the dog food in, as you guys will see later on in the video, they just come out straight for it. These guys are arboreal, mostly. They like to climb a lot. That's why I've got the branches there. There's usually more in here, but I'm pretty sure they're outside after I clean them, because they just poo all over everything. But these guys are pretty cool animals to own, very unique comparing to blue tongues. These guys literally the exact opposite as blue tongues. Got the very long tail, which I've actually caught clips of them using and them hanging off branches. Yeah, these guys are pretty cool. I'll put some dog food in there later on in this video and you guys can see them in action eating. Put some nice colours on them. You can also get pink tongues that lose all their bands. So Crash underneath there is in the, looks like he's in the process of losing some of his bands, but Squish is keeping his bands, which is good. I just find it crazy how they look very similar to blue tongues. They're just a lot more slender and a lot more long. But yeah, moving on to the next animal. Now in this big custom made aquarium is Sunshine. She's my female Maray river turtle. She is the oldest reptile I own. I got her back when I was 12 years old. I'm now 22, so she'd be 10 years old. These guys can live a lot longer than that. There's turtles I've seen around 30, 40, and they even get older than that. The reason you can identify a female to a male is the length of their tail. So she has like a little nub tail, whereas the male would have a very long tail. So she eats turtle pellets, she also eats the fish, not these fish, she's decided to favourite these fish for some reason. But she usually eats every fish in her path. She eats yabbies a lot as well. They don't last long, but for some reason these fish have been here for a long time. These were supposed to be feeder fish. They came actually like brown, and then all of a sudden they're bright gold. So obviously they're living the best life. The reason why this is nice and high is I forgot that I was actually filling it up. So that's supposed to be down here, the water, so she can get out and dry a shell, but that'll ascend lower in the coming days. Substrate is just gravel. There's just random hides and all that. You've got 2 waterfalls in there, one over there. 2 intakes as well. There's one there, so it sucks up the grime on one side, and that sucks up the grime on the other side. It's got an LED panel. I've been meaning to fix her light over here, so it actually holds 2 sets of 2, so 2 UVB tubes and then 2 night light tubes. It's just very hard to find parts for those type of things without paying an arm and a leg. Yeah, this is her setup. If you guys have any questions on her, let me know in the comment section down below. You'll see later on in the video that I'll be feeding her. But yeah, this is Sunshine. Inside the cabinets here, it's got spare stuff, got a whole bunch of lights and fittings in there, so that's the electrical cabinet. Got spare stuff in there, more spare stuff, screws and all that. Filter, I just got on eBay, got some soundproofing here so you can't hear it, but it's still fairly quiet. In here, it's got spare tubs and all that. I like to collect the cricket tubs, because you never know when you need a tub. And just spare substrate and all that in here, scale. But yeah, that's Sunshine and her setup. Again, if you guys have any questions on her, let me know in the comment section down below. And moving on to the next animal. Here in this setup is Striker, my blonde spotted python. This is just a 3-foot Reptile 1 enclosure with a custom rock wall at the back. So Striker's actually brewmating at the moment. He's been in there probably 3 months, just been sitting in there. He comes out every now and then, but he has refused to eat for a long time now. It's coming towards the end of winter now anyways, so it should be fine. Well, winter's probably still in a month, but it's still heating up, so that's good. Built a branch there, or half of it, just a couple branches, some fake moss. Substrate is koi peat, just dried out. Still has that humidity at the bottom end of it. Nice deep water dish. Couple rocks here, and then you got his hide. He's just in here. There he is there. I'll get him out, but I don't want to interrupt him or annoy him. He's been in there the entire time. I'll show you a photo of him right there. But yeah, he's a stunning animal. So when it comes time for him to come out, I'll show you guys. Won't bother trying feeding him this time. I tried feeding him around 2-3 weeks ago and he doesn't even seem interested. But yeah, if you guys have any questions on him, let me know in the comment section down below. He's got a UVB strip up there that I turn on when I want to see him. He's got a heat mat underneath there, just keeps him nice and warm. But yeah, that's Striker. Up here on the same shelf, got a whole bunch of insects as well. Just got superworms in there, chowing away on some carrot. Up there, got some crickets chowing away on some carrot. There they are there. And then in here, I'm attempting to breed woodies again. There's probably about 100 woodies in there. See if we can get a nice big breeding program going, because I know woodies are a struggle to get across. And if I do plan on keeping lizards, they do love the woodies. Yeah. Got some quad power points there to power everything, they're wired in. Here's the goanna's enclosure usually. It's pretty bare at the moment because everything's moved. There's usually 2 heat lights there. Still got the T5 4-foot UVB strip there. Big tile, big fake rock and hammock combo thing that I built. And you got the universal rock wall in there as well. So I doubt he'll probably go back in here. Once it hits summer, I'll probably have the outdoor one ready again for him. I've pulled that apart at the moment. But he was out there for a period of time. Or she, sorry. I keep getting them messed up. But yeah, I'll move on to the animals outside now. Alrighty, this is the first outdoor enclosure. This is my custom Built pit for the blue tongues and the shingleback, and maybe the baby water dragon once it gets bigger. So she's got substrate that's just hardwood chips, whole bunch of places to hide like roof tiles and all that, also to get heat. But these guys have been broodmating also. I've not seen them for a very long time as well. Big water dish there. Here's Dwayne, he's underneath here. There he is there, nice and chubby. Here's my shingleback skink. I hope to get him a female soon. I really want to get him a female. I want to get a whole bunch of new animals, but yeah, time and money. So he's just chilling in there. And in this hot box, which is just sugarcane mulch, should be my two other animals. Yep. There's Maximus or Maxine, depending if you want to tell me what gender it is. I honestly don't know. I'm thinking it's a girl. Queensland locality Eastern blue tongue skink. So she's just resting away, and if I can try and find, I'm just going to step over. Oh. My other one should be in here. There he is. There is Whitey, my albino Eastern blue tongue skink. But yeah, I don't really want to interrupt these guys. Let them go back to sleep. There's not really much activity happening with all the animals, only the ones that aren't broodmating. So these guys are broodmating, all three of them. Striker's broodmating, Mushu's broodmating. That's really it. Yeah, built this with me dad. That's just so you can get out of the heat and get out of the rain. And yeah, I plan on upgrading these guys to like a newer look kind of thing. But yeah, time and money. That's these guys. I'll move on to the last enclosure. Alrighty, welcome to the big 3B aviary. We'll start off with the future Ghana setup. That's under progress at the moment. That kind of ripped off. Well, I ripped it off because I couldn't find the Ghana. I ended up finding her in here behind it, so I'll have to fix that. Got some big logs for her to get up and get warm. Got two big spotlights there. They got that hot spot to about 50 degrees. It's going to be a nice summer hot spot for her. Also got a nighttime hotspot in there. That's just Queebit inside that tub with a big heat mat that goes across the entire thing. Substrate is just hardwood chips. Also got eucalyptus mulch here for when she comes out here. Yeah, all three of these have their own power and light, so that's cool. It's all switched from outside the enclosure. Now moving on to Crystal's enclosure. Crystal is my female diamond carpet python. Same setup as the rest of them with a nice rainforest wall. Also got a tub of koi pit in there that she never uses for some reason. Got a nice little palm plant here, big water dish. Got a big log that branches up like this. And a couple of boreal hides. She usually chills right on this here because the morning sun hits there directly. So she'll coil up on that and it'll be nice. Also got a ledge there for the afternoon heat. I do plan on putting like a 50 watt heat bulb there. Whole bunch of future stuff. Only one thing at a time. I'll move on into here. So here's Crystal, my beautiful girl. I'm planning on breeding her this season, so stay tuned for that. Just going to find a nice looking male for her. I think it'd be good to have some nice babies with her because she's a beautiful animal, nice and natural diamond python. So she's currently on extra large rats and sometimes small rabbits whenever I can get a hold of them. But yeah, that's Crystal. I won't be feeding her today because her feeding has also slowed down. It's just a matter of waiting for her to heat back up. But yeah, moving on to the next animal. Now on to the last enclosure of the reptile room. This is Mushu's paradise. He's my male Eastern water dragon and he's actually hiding at the moment. I'll show you a photo of him right now. He's usually up here or up there, but since it's the winter he's actually chilling in the waterfall, so up and under, so I won't be able to get him. But beautiful setup, I'm really proud of it. I've got 3 palm plants, one at the front, 2 at the back. Nice big custom waterfall system. So he's able to get actually up and under there. So he's actually on this ledge here, but all the way at the back underneath this thing. Yeah, beautiful setup. Got up here superworm dish, but he's not eating them. They've probably just ended up dying from the cold because he's not eating them. Wood chip substrate again, hardwood. This is probably one of my favourite setups until the goanna one gets fixed up and Crystal's one. Then I'll have a tough decision between the 3. But yeah, Hope you guys enjoyed this reptile room / update. Let me know if you want to see anything in particular in the comment section down below, and I'll talk to you all later.